Welcome to this cozy wintry day in LA where it's kind of gloomy and rainy, but it's all good because we are in the studio and we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna be doing something a little different today, which is collaging. I do this all the time, but I've never made a video of it, so I'm curious if you will find it fun as well. We have the magazine we'll be using today, which is Cowboys and Indians, the February-March issue. I got it while I was in Aspen last week. I love to get different magazines and paper things when I'm somewhere else just to diversify my collection. And I flipped through this and immediately just saw so many goodies. I don't usually have magazines like this, so I can't wait to start going through that. So I'm gonna go through it. Well, we'll go through it together. I'll show you how I take the pieces out, how I organize them, and then also why I pick what I pick. We're gonna be using two different pairs of scissors. So I have these big ones. I always washi tape stuff like my scissors and put my name because when I bring them places, I don't wanna lose them. I haven't done that in these though. Then these mini Fiskars scissors, which are super sharp and good for little corners and areas. So those are our tools. I have an Earl Grey tea with half and half, which has been my guilty pleasure recently, although I don't know how guilty it is because I have it every day, but I'm using my mom's favorite mug and it's great. It looks a bit funny because I just had a phone call and left it for a while. The other thing we're going to be using is this shallow tray. It's actually the top of the box, like this. And so as we cut out the pieces, we're gonna put all the scraps in here so that they're collected and it's easier to throw away. I love having a little simplification moment, you know? So, are we ready? I guess so. Oh, the last thing I'll say before I get into it is that I collage quite a lot, and I have a collage collection of things, which let me show you right now actually. So over here in the bottom drawer of my writing desk is my collage collection. Let's get you set up properly. So in here are all different pieces of things that I have collaged, all different categories. He's smooth, obviously, and tall. I don't know why I kept that. All kinds of nice things. And what we're gonna do right now is go through the Cowboy magazine and add to this collection. So I use this when I am making cards or mood boards or collaging or anything where I need pieces of this. I then will come to this area and just kind of have a dig through and see what feels right. And it's just so nice to have. I had all these in boxes and I always wanted a proper area for them. And now that I have my new studio, I have them all in this drawer and it's extremely exciting for me. So love it. I also have little sections for each letter, which I'm slowly adding to with time. But I have been doing this for, I don't know, at least 15 years. So I have magazines from a really long time ago. I use like Natural Geographic and Traveler, lots of Condé Nast ones, Glamour, Elle, Vogue, Cosmopolitan, anything. And then especially when I'm traveling, I love to look at the magazines because I find all kinds of things I might not have otherwise. So this was obviously from an article on Maine or something like that. And I just love spending time in this drawer. So that's what we are going to be adding to. I also add to it when I just kind of need to relax, which is how I'm feeling today. So let's go back to the desk. I wish I could show you what's going on outside my window, which is right over there, because there's some really pretty clouds and it's gloomy in a cool way. But then I'd show you my view, and that's a little unsafe, don't you think? So we're not gonna do that. Anyways, this is my Zentangle book. This is the most recent piece I did. Loads of videos on that if you're interested. This one right here, the fish, is on TikTok. Okay, So here we go. I just had to pluck Ryan out of my collage drawer. Ryan is the cat. Okay, so as we go through, I'm just gonna show you what I like and how it works, and you can just unwind and play along. So when I'm looking for things, I like to look for pretty textures, patterns, and colors, and I don't always know how I'm gonna use these pieces. Like sometimes I have something in mind. For example, I might say, oh, my uncle would absolutely love this plane. I will save it for his birthday card. I usually don't actually remember I've said that to myself, and then 3 years later when I'm making something for my uncle, I'll find this plane and I'll think, whoa, putting that in his card for sure. So I usually trim it, clean the edges so it's pretty rectangular or whatever shape it is. And actually we're gonna pop these in this box here, and then on this side is where I'm gonna do the discard pile. So let's look for another little box, which I'm a hoarder, so that's not gonna be a problem. Got it. So then I'll take these little scraps and just pop them right in there. So I want you to be able to see, but I also want to give myself space. Here we go. But yeah, I really just take what I'm most drawn to. So nothing else here is really jumping out at me. I like this, collect textures because they're good for the backgrounds and stuff. When something is close to the edge of the paper right here, I find it easiest actually to rip it out like this. And then I'm going to use my big scissors. I just cut it out as best as I can, and honestly, probably like 6 or 7 times out of 10, once I use the actual piece in a collage, I will crop it down. So it really doesn't have to be the shape it's going to be in its final form right now. This is more just kind of getting the most of it. So I might come to use this later and just use this little corner and then be able to keep that, or I'd use most of it. Just depends, and I don't know yet. I'm not going to talk the whole time. I'll just talk when I'm not sipping tea, lol, sorry, or something comes up that I like. Oh dear, that's my dryer. I would love to have music in the background. However, I haven't worked that out yet, and I thought it might be better to just get this posted than to get it posted in a long time once it's perfect. So, 'tis what it is. That's kind of cool here. So it's very important as well, LOL me saying I wasn't gonna talk the whole time. I won't, I promise. It's very important to check what is on the back too. So I don't mind losing this area, so we're gonna take this out. I like when there's words like this because I can cut along them to make a straight line. I don't love the couch, I more just like this pattern, so. Well, I kind of like how there's this diagonal now, actually. Just like this. So it might be that later I cut out the diamond, it might be I just use here. World of possibilities. I like her skirt, but I don't love that there's words over it. I typically don't really keep words unless it says something really hilarious and unique. Love him. Because this is in the middle, we can cut it. And I'm going to use the lines frame to take him out. What I love about collage is that you can totally make your own new context of things. So this picture is of this man in a picture frame, but I might use it for something totally different, like not as a work of art, but as maybe just like a brown scene, or I don't know. But you can really just make it whatever you want, which I like because rules are not great all the time. This is kind of fun. And I don't mind losing that. So I don't know how much of this I would want, and I can actually imagine I would use it in multiple ways. So I'm gonna try and preserve as much of it as I can. Before anyone gets upset at me about wasting, I will definitely be recycling the rest, don't worry. So here, when there's something like this, it can be a little tricky because I don't want this QR code. So I could either cut like this, but then I lose this lovely fringe, or I cut like this and I lose the bottom. And I like to put things in my collage drawer once they're kind of quote unquote ready. So I do want to cut that out, but I can't decide. I think I'm gonna choose the fringe. So I'll cut along here. I often end up using things for their color as pattern and background, so it doesn't matter if parts are cut off. This looks like where I just was in Aspen. Fantastic. This, to me, beats this because it's out of focus, even though it's really beautiful color. Yeah. This man, J.B. Mauney, on the cover as well. I read the article on him in here. Kind of a huge badass. Look him up. So when working out how to crop this, I kind of like just, I don't want these two guys in the back because I like the mystery of him having a black background. So they're going in the discard pile. Perfect. Then once actually, this could be a cool one too. I like them separate because, again, it recontextifies them. Yes, I make up a lot of words. That could kind of come in handy. I like that. So once we have our discards, I will usually check the back just to make sure there isn't anything I would want. I know these come up larger later, and I think I'll focus on those there. I tend to not like images that are too kind of stark imagery. So I'm gonna pass on these. However, I do like this barn. By stark imagery, yeah, I mean stock. Oh no, not construction, please. These two are great. Oh, that's great too, though. Where does she end? Here? I think I would prefer those two to her, so that's what we're doing. I like when the photos are in boxes like this because it gives me a nice guideline to cut. Also, I cannot emphasize enough how much better it is to have sharp scissors. They don't have to be expensive, they just can't be the ones that you've had in your drawer since 1993. Nice. Love that one. This is pretty. I'm gonna take that horse after I take a sip of my Earl Grey. Someone told me I was slurping on the camera, and that is really embarrassing, so I'm gonna try not to do that. Again, we have this QR code pickle. I don't love to have like a digital element in things. I think I'm just gonna go like that. So you can use the line of the QR code to cut the top. Sometimes it's the best angle if you kind of crop like that, and we can just rip. I don't want the white in there, because I like this as a soft brown piece, like that. I love Yeti. But I don't love how this is blurred. This is great. I love these colors, and the dog is so cute, and I like her outfit. Excellent. I don't like that. So his butt has got to go. This I don't mind because it's part of the stable. That's great. Pretty. I think I'll just take this one. So what I'm going to do for this is just get it out the book, and we can be loose with it because there isn't anything we want on the back. Although if I'm able to save that, I will take it. Then I'm gonna cut along. I don't know what I'm gonna do about these white corners because I'm gonna have to crop it probably smaller than I would like to. Same with this circle, but what we're gonna do is get the biggest shape we can, and then once we see that, we will decide where to go from there. Although here, I for sure can take out the bottom. Oops. These aren't perfectly straight lines, but it doesn't matter because again, we're probably gonna crop these down once I use them. Okay, so, I'm gonna take out this one. Do you know what? It's gonna depend on the piece, how I use this. So we're gonna keep it as is for now. There's no real rules. Everything in moderation, including moderation when it comes to rules. It's my favorite Julia Child quote that I added my own touch to the end of. I didn't, oh, wait, here, great. I like to collage images of art. They make great backgrounds. And I just love magazine paper. I find it so, oh no, why did I do that? Get rid of that. Just find it so tangible and nice and nostalgic, and I just love having magazines. I hoard them actually. Ooh, this blue is really nice. That's gonna be a great texture, and it's safe. Okay. Oh, that's a nice photo. Okay, we're gonna take this out, save this photo, and then do the blue of what's left, which means I'm gonna be really careful in how far I go. Just to the corner, boop. Okay. That's great. I love this green kind of vintagey tone. So now, well, I would have taken all that, but it's okay. I'm gonna use this bit where it's in focus. And this is definitely not too small for me. This would be perfect for some little area one day. And same with this. I usually just like to have one of each thing. I feel like that just makes it a little more special. So, like, I've got the same magazine twice and I don't cut out the same picture twice. But this, it's similar, but it's also falls in the background category. So that doesn't really bother me so much, slash at all. That's kind of cool, this train. I'm so intrigued by the gold rush era and how people came out to California and stuff, but I don't know anything about it. If you have any book recommendations, I would love, as long as they're not scary or too scary. All I know about it is I played this Nancy Drew computer game themed on the gold rush era once, and it's really good. This is cool, and I like this a lot from like a girl clothes perspective, but it would be hard to collage with because it's already collaged. However, actually, I'm gonna save this boot, and this boot because they could be really cool. Sometimes I will, often, I wish I had some examples of collage to show you. I do in my room, maybe we can go there later. But I usually use the pictures arranged in shapes like this, kind of as a background. And then sometimes I will take something like this and fully cut it out. I'm not gonna do that right now because that is, I wanna save some fun for the actual fun cutting for the, whatever it is I make. Love, also cool. So let's just check. That's a nice saddle. And it's safe, and because this is so close to the edge, it's easier for us to rip it. I don't like when it doesn't lay flat, so I cut it. I'm just gonna crop as close to the shape as I can while still preserving it. Nice. My dad got me some really cool black cowboy boots for my 30th birthday, which I'm super grateful for, from Cowboys, and I am gonna paint on them. I can't wait, so I'll show you when I do that. Oh, okay, I love ones of homes. That's cute. I have a little elephant and a turtle I got in Nigeria that kind of remind me of that. This is stellar. Love the colors here, and it's just a cool vibe. Makes me want to drink a whiskey. But I also like that. But I like this one better, so I'm gonna do this and this guy. Phew. I wish it was still raining so there could be raindrops in the background instead of my dryer, but it stopped. It was raining this morning when I went to the gym. I had one of my favorite workouts, and then I got a smoothie, protein coffee smoothie, which is a little bit of a treat. And then I went to the grocery shop and got a rotisserie chicken because I'm gonna be making soup later, and that's the only part I didn't have. Then I had a shower, and now we're making this video. This is interesting shapes. I kind of like that bit right there. Otherwise, I don't love the angle of this. I kind of like when stuff is flat on or straight on. Oh, that obviously I will be using. But for now, we're just gonna crop this. Sometimes you can also use the picture behind. I don't know if you can tell. There'll be like a line on the one behind, and if you hold it up to the light, you can use that as a guide to get your straight line. You also don't have to do a straight line. That's just how I do it because it makes me feel calmer. One of the reasons I do this as well, oh, that's so nice too. That's so nice, actually. I would love to paint in there. It's a totally functional room, and it's ever evolving, but it needs to remain light and airy. True. He moves from painting to painting, and sometimes he might even enjoy a cigar as he moves from here to there. Mood. Just see how my arm is at a weird, oh my God, I hope I'm not getting my head in this. See how, okay, so as I'm cutting, my arm is like this, which obviously doesn't give me much control. So that's why I'm kind of going below to just get it out of the page. Blah, 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 blah. Then I can choose a better arm position and get more control as we go over the actual line. Love this paint splatter on the wood. Looks awesome. So, sorry, as I was saying, I do this to de-stress often. So, do I want this? Yes. I save magazines. I always have a bunch, and then when I kind of just like need to chill out, I'll like put on a TV show and go through them. Or podcast. How am I gonna do this? Okay, we're gonna do the method where we just crop everything that we like and then narrow down. That's annoying me. And yeah, I just go through it and add to my collage box, and it like really helps me to chill out, especially if I feel like being creative, but I've been working all day. And my work, I'm an artist, if you didn't know. And so I might be painting all day, and then I want to chill out by doing something creative like painting. But I was just doing that. So this is like a different medium I can utilize when I want to do something else, if that makes sense. I'm not thrilled with how that looks, but it's gonna have to do for now. Doesn't need to be perfect at this stage. Oh, I like this and this. So we'll do this one first. Actually just go ahead and fully cut this out here. Boop. And I don't want this February March in there, which is a shame because I really like the clay, but that's okay. Oh, here's a Yeti. One time I went on vacation with my cousins and my aunts and uncle, and my uncle is really specific about what meats and cheeses he likes, and so one of the suitcases he checked in was a Yeti filled with all his favorite charcuterie for us to have on the vacation. Mad respect. Ooh, yummy. Okay. I like this blue, but I don't know, that's not sitting great with me. Ooh, Oaxacan chocolate mousse. That looks good. Wow, that looks really good. If you weren't on my phone, I would take a picture of that recipe, but I think I can remember to Google it. I love how organic this looks, and I like this kind of navy. What is this? Fabric with the brown. It's really pretty. Oh, love that. Oh, I wish she wasn't in the middle of the page there, because I quite like her. Well, let's see what we can do. Rip it out carefully. To do this, you are gonna wanna hold down pretty firmly on the other side and then pull away. I don't know if that was a great explanation, but you wanna be confident but still gentle. Luckily, we got her. Also, I usually read the magazines too before I go through them. Maybe not completely back to front, but at least what stands out to me. I've been keeping magazines since I was really young, and I have like a September Vogue 2011, all these cool things that I'd love to collage, but I also want to just have for time capsule-ness. Oh my God, this is giving High School Musical too. Oh my God, need that. Oh, I need that too, but I don't think they'll overlap. Do I say too much? I might, sorry. Yeah, some magazines I will just save, like I wanna have them to flip through and my kids to have them to flip through when I'm older. Be like, whoa, a magazine from 2004. I think it's just such a perfect encapsulation of like pop culture and what's trending, and I love them as like a piece of history, you know? Oh my God, I just need a Troy Bolton right there. Amazing. But one of the saddest things that ever happened to me, that's kind of a cool room. I'm gonna take that too. Yeah. Is I had a collection of loads of magazines I'd been keeping since I was incredibly small. I don't know why I said it like that. I was probably like 10. And I'd kept them for this exact purpose, to look back on and just like have this piece of history. And my dad threw them out one day when I wasn't at home, when I was like 20. And I think that's one of the worst things ever. I know it might not seem that crazy to you, but it doesn't have to seem crazy to you. It was really upsetting for me because I wanted to use it in my art in life. So I'm so sad about it. I guess I could like go online and buy older magazines, but I really liked that they were ones I had in life and collected myself. So that kind of bummed me out. I'm gonna save this too. Where is this, by the way? This looks cool. There it is. I love Travel and Leisure and Condé Nast Traveler are such good collage ones because they have, I'm not too drawn to ones of people. Like I definitely save them, but I really more love kind of like travel and architecture and landscape, and they have food a lot in there too. So I always get those. That wasn't very straight. That's not very nice. Let's just take a little moment and look at how the collection box is looking. Like they're all similar kind of tones. It's looking really pretty. Love that. This I think would be cool, but it's a little too angled for me. Yeah, I like this one. If you're wondering why my thumb is weird, I am too. I love mountains, with or without snow. Different vibes. Ooh, pretty. I like this a lot. I also like that it's going to be a long shape. Long horizontal. I don't have too many of those. What I don't like though is so many clouds that are gray. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I like that better. Cool. Why am I about to burst into song singing? Oh my God, let me not get copywritten. America the Beautiful. This picture makes me want to sing that. This is striking, that's great. The boombox, that's so cool. In contrast with these beads and stuff. Love it. Man of his word. I like that as well, actually. So, didn't need to take out the whole page for this, but just based on where it was on the page, it kind of made the most sense for me. So I try and get a similar amount of space around each side, so. Top, the bottom, and the sides. That's nice. This is cool too. I kind of prefer the other one though. Ooh, I like this one as well. That's cool. But a little too, I don't know, not cartoony. Like I love this style of art, but I don't know, I find it a bit hard to collage with sometimes. I think it really depends on the image. Like this, actually this one, I think I'm gonna take. What artist is this? Jeremy Booth. Beautiful. Gonna find him on Instagram later, give him a follow. Speaking of, follow me on Instagram if you don't already. It's linked in my bio. I post on there, I post like a combo of my favorite things from TikTok and YouTube, and then just other things I'm working on and more like photos. Ooh, these are nice. And like more my life stuff in BTS. Joe Mora. Wow, I love these. I definitely like this one. This is Carmel by the Sea, California, because I've always wanted to go there. I also like this bit. Whoa, this is so cool. I want to follow Joe Mora on Instagram as well. This is hard because I really like that and I really like that. Oh, and this is LA. Let's narrow down. Do you know what? I think you can see through the light that this one fits into that. I think I'm just gonna save the big one, and then I can always, because the little one is within, change my mind when I'm actually collaging. Wow, look at the little animal details. So cool, I love this. So, there it is. Then, Maya, my friend's baby's name is Maya. Love her. I am gonna crop that. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep the whole thing because I might want like just a bit like that, and I can use it in multiple ways. Yes. Kind of butchered that a little bit. That is a good use for my mini scissors, actually. Nice. Great. Ooh, also great. Oh, that's hard. Where is that? Just here. Okay, let's crop down as usual. And see if that changes how we feel at all. Do Do you know what? I think I'm gonna save this and have the other one cropped. It's hard to resist, it's so cute. Cool. Who am I saying cool to? Riddle me that. Love these portraits. I think I'm gonna save him. And him. And he has quite like a American Western face that I like as well, actually. One time I went to a bullfight in Spain and I was way too young to see it, and it made me cry and feel really, really nauseous. And I think I didn't eat meat for a bit. I don't know how long a bit is, but I think at least the rest of the trip. Whoa, that looks like Parmesan when she's bouncing through the air. That's a cool photo. I like that. It's like victorious. Also, really important tip, if you also do this, wash your hands before you start, because I've got like oily fingerprints on stuff before and it's really disappointing. That's cool. I like that. And I like these words here. Well, perfect. One's at the top, one's at the bottom. So do you see, I don't know if you can tell, there's this line from the outline on the back. I'm gonna cut along that just so I can get a straight line as possible. Oh man, that goes awfully close. Just gonna keep it because I could always cover it or something. In this case by case with that. That's cool. My cousin Drew is a cowboy. He lives in Texas. Although he says he's a ranch manager, but in my head, he's also a cowboy. Great teeth. I like this expression. Although I don't feel like I need the whole thing, so I'm gonna crop. Oh, that's not very straight. I get so frustrated when I use Photoshop because, and like all these programs, because sometimes I just feel like I can do it so much better with scissors. It's because I'm more used to them, I guess. Really cool. I like to keep stuff with colors that aren't so common. So for example, I have a lot of black and white, a lot of blue, not too much yellow. Eventually, I'd love to have a drawer for each color. So like all my blue clippings, all my pink clippings, but one thing at a time. I just got the drawer I have now. I also think for some it could be really difficult to work out what they are. Like this, where would that go in? This I'd probably put brown, blue. I think what I might start out doing is like color in black and white, and then warm color and cool color, and then, you know, grow it as I get more space and stuff. That's kind of funny. I'll save it. Oops, not me ripping the edge. It's okay, we're just gonna do this. Nobody's gonna know. That's the thing with deciding to crop is no one's gonna look at this if you had to cut a part out because it ripped or something and say, oh my gosh, the corner's missing. Literally nobody is ever gonna know. So just take the path of least resistance and don't worry about stuff like that. Boop. This would be a cool background for something like more contemporary as well. Definitely come in handy. Wow, a lot of these are super great. This kind of looks like Joey Tribbiani. This. The hanging, not so much. Oh, I cannot wait for lunch. It's gonna be great. Why is there so much hanging right now? Not the vibe. Love a bit of romance. I can imagine this being really pretty on a Valentine card with like some cutout paper hearts or something. So I showed you my magazine drawer, and I also have a drawer, it could be another video if you're interested, of paper. So like handmade papers, or like, you know, when you go to Paper Source and they have all those pretty papers. Anything that's not magazine that I've cut up, and I always save until it's like the very, very last bit. I have a drawer for that as well, and I use that all the time when I'm collaging or cards or anything. It just comes so in handy. My tea is definitely cold. Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay, no thanks. He's cool. Let me just get that like this, and then boop. Nice. Oh, a little cow that was just born. That's nice. The rule at C of O is the person who finds the newborn calf gets to name it. That's so cute. I would be out there looking for them all the time. Ooh, this is really cool. And I like these boots as well. Perfect. Back. Doesn't. Oh man. Oh well. Looks good as new. I get a lot of comments of people saying like, oh, if I messed up this one bit, I wouldn't be able to focus on the rest and it would spoil the experience or whatever. And that's so sad to me. Like, out of this whole unwinding activity, if I had let that rip, for example, ruin it, that's like so mean to myself, you know? Like, the whole point of this is to just chill out. Really be focusing on the wrong thing if that were the case. There's so many more positive things that happened than that one little rip, even though it is sad. That's nice. Ooh. This is nicer. This is really cool, actually. Looks like the horse at the Denver airport. But I don't need happy trails, so. Really pretty. This is cool too. I like this kind of mishmash of stuff. Oh wait, I also like this little man with the monkey, Ron, Eli, or Ellie. Show you a bit closer. Kind of like that part right there. I'm gonna take out that frame. This one is kind of collaged in itself already, which I don't love, but I think it's just nice as kind of just for the brown section. That's all. I think we got some great ones out of this. So this, I'm just gonna put right in the recycling. And see how easy that was? I'll slide it into the recycling and there's no pickup. Then here, let's just go through what we did today. We have so many good ones. I don't believe I found Troy Bolton's dancing area. Love these. So let's go put them in the drawer. That's everything. I kind of like to spread them out once they get in there and mix them up. Just so when I go and look in, I have lots of different vibes to choose from. This is really thick. It goes quite far down. If you liked doing this with me, let me know. We can do this lots more. I collage all the time. Maybe I can show you what, oh, I hope my face wasn't in that. I can show you what I've been making or what I would make with them. That'd be cool for Valentine's Day too. Let me know what you like, any feedback politely, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, please be sure to subscribe so I can make more videos. See you next time.